Empire. Now this is some kind of basketball hoop.
We talked to various NBA trainers about the types of programs that we offer and the integrations that we're going to do with them. And they see this as a tool to really reach other players from all over the world.
That's Lyth Saaed, founder of Huupe, which is building an interactive professional outdoor basketball hoop. This is the Future Sport Podcast. I'm Bram Weinstein. We are uploading this show a few days away from Christmas, so this one feels just about right for all the aspirational and competitive backyard hoopers. It's some stunning technology that you could put on your makeshift court. Our guests this week are Audie Attar, who's the founder and the CEO of Paradigm Sports, which is one of the big sports agencies in the world that has made most of its hay in combat sports. And Lyth Saaed, who's the founder of Huupe, and their product is something you have to see to believe. A smart basketball hoop with a screen attached to it. It's quite amazing. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you for having us, Brett.
Lyth, let me start with you. Why don't you, it's hard to put into words, and this is a podcast. Can you explain what Huupe is?
Yeah, Huupe is the world's first smart basketball hoop. It allows you to train like a pro, track your performance, and compete against other basketball players from anywhere in the world.
And so can you kind of give a description of it? Because I saw this thing. It's almost hard to believe. It's like there's like a television screen on your basketball court. It is tracking all sorts of things. So give me the 10-cent explanation of what this thing actually does.
Yeah. So it's been 3 years in the making. It's a screen behind tempered glass. We have 3 cameras that track all the players' movements and the ball. So we give you data analytics. We give you makes, misses, swishes, shot trajectory, form correction, and then access to world-class training. So we're partnered with a few NBA trainers. You can get on-demand and live training right from the hoop, and then you get to compete with other users right from your driveway and see how you stack up on the worldwide leaderboard.
Do you have to use a specific ball to play with this to get the tracking information?
You can use any basketball. It's all done through our backboard, so any basketball works. That's the beauty of our product.
So how? How does it do that? Cameras? Camera technology?
Camera technology, machine learning, and artificial intelligence.
It's wild. Audie.
So Brand, that's like me and you playing horse for $10 this coming Thanksgiving when we're both at our respective families' houses. And you think you could beat me, but I've been owning you since we were kids. But now we don't live in the same city. Guess what? After we go stuff our face with some good turkey, we can then just go out to our respective driveways and see who will really win that game of horse or a game of around the world. And you could do it in real time in 2 separate locations, you being on the East Coast and me being on the West Coast. That to me is amazing. And that's the genesis of all this. You know, Lyth, along with our other co-founder, Paul, had this, they had a strong bond growing up as family friends. But when they both lived on 2 separate sides of the country, they would actually play horse using Snapchat. And that's where the idea was born, because they wanted to stay competitive. And, Lyth has been in the tech industry and is a tech entrepreneur, and Lyth and Paul's an attorney. So that's where the idea was born. And it's an amazing concept because it is something that to this day I still, talk smack with all my childhood friends. And, you want to continue those traditions that you had growing up, but life takes you in different directions. So that's one of the many amazing features that Huupe has.
Yeah, the best part of it is you've got this story backwards, because if you put this hoop in my brain, I'll be talking trash to you the whole time because you have absolutely no idea how good of a basketball player I was. So I can't wait to end the book being judged by its cover part of this conversation.
There you go. It's all about the numbers, baby.
Yeah.
The scoreboard doesn't lie. So,
But yeah, just adding to Audie's point, that was really the genesis of the idea. We were always competitive growing up. We used to play basketball every day. When Paul went away for school and I was still in Wisconsin, he was a year older than I. We stayed in touch by playing on Snapchat. So he'd record a shot, send it back. I'd record a shot, send it back. And that's how the whole idea for Huupe was born, around just competing remotely. And that's how this whole thing came about.
Audie, how did you and Paradigm get interested in this product?
For us as a multi-sport management platform, we're known for our management businesses in high growth sports like combat sports, as you alluded to. But we also are about entrepreneurship. And this is not only, launching brands like Proper 12 Irish Whiskey with Conor McGregor, but it's really looking at our platform and saying, right, what is accretive to the platform? Not just specifically brands that we could incubate and launch with our clients that align organically with them, but what makes sense within our own ecosystem of the sports world. And technology and being disruptive within technology and sports is something that, it's part of our mantra, it's part of our strategy. So I was introduced to Paul and Lyth by actually one of my attorneys who met them at a very, very early stage. And this is before the first prototype. So it's really it was that concept that they had as two entrepreneurs using Snapchat, and then they went to work and figuring out how do we create technology that actually allows us to not just join a race, but rather start the race in something that's not been done. Most basketball hoops, believe it or not, range between $2,500 and $5,000, and all you're getting is a basketball hoop, just the traditional one, right? And does it have even a fraction of what Huupe offers? So the reality of where we're coming into the market with is a premium product, but a product that is not just as strong as your traditional hoop that you buy that could withstand all types of weather, all types of pressure, but it also has these unbelievable features that allow you to have the skill-based learning, to have the interaction with not only your friends, but people around the world from a leaderboard perspective, whether it's games like Corsa around the world, or even it's just a 3-point contest or even a free throw contest, if you will. So there's so many features that, for us at Paradigm, we were like, this is a disruptive product. This is something that if we could execute and build this, which we believed in Paul and Lyth, but more importantly, that the team they had wanted to identify and wanted to build, right? And it was really centered around the technology piece. And it just made sense for us to get behind these guys as entrepreneurs, knowing how hard it is to build something, but to recognize that you had something very special here in Huupe. And so we're very excited. These are not just proprietary methods, but they are also, we have a worldwide provisional patent on the technology. So it is very, very unique and hasn't been done before. And now we actually have hoops that are real, that you can play with, that you can test. And we've already started taking pre-orders without even, really doing any marketing. We're not doing zero advertising, just trying to build a substantive product. And we're excited to go to market in 2023.
This episode is brought to you by Chalk and Dog, which brings together the vast experience and expertise of two of the brightest agencies in media, sports, wagering, and gaming. With deep roots in the UK and the US, the agency offers expert guidance in everything from market entry to market expansion for startups as well as established global brands, powered by best-in-class communication and creative experts. Chalk and Dog has vast international experience and delivers results-oriented, tailor-made solutions for B2B and B2C organizations. Do you expect a partnership with NBA players, the NBA itself, anything like that, or do you envision that type of partnership?
Yeah, so right now
we already have. No, please, Lyth, go ahead.
Yeah. So we do have a few NBA players invested, like Thaddeus Young and Trevor Booker. We are talking to other players. We are looking to do partnerships, but kind of going back to what Audie said, we've been heads down in building and just building a great product for our users. We haven't spent any money on marketing. All of our growth has been organic. We've been posted on various basketball pages, and our pre-orders are skyrocketing. So it's great to see the basketball community kind of flock to us with what we're building and realizing how special this product is.
All right, so
Connected fitness products have become mainstream, right? But they haven't been so necessarily basketball yet. To now hoop. So the substance of what hoop is to Lake's point, attracting all the right individuals from investors on our cap table to potential partnerships down the road. And we're really excited about it. But, for us as a team, we're just really focusing on executing our own strategy, making sure we're constantly iterating and optimizing everything from the technology on down to customer service when we're ready to go to market.
Lyth, do you think this is a training mechanism? Is it exercise? Is it just a game? Like, how do you see going forward here? I mean, you guys obviously have talked openly that you're not openly marketing it, but at some point you will. How are you selling this to the general public?
Yeah, I mean, it's for everybody. So the competitive element is huge, competing and playing and just having fun against other users from all over the world. But the training that we do offer is world class. We've had 80 players train on the hoop, get excellent training right from their driveway. We've talked to various NBA trainers about the types of programs that we offer and the integrations that we're going to do with them. And they see this as a tool to really reach other players from all over the world. So they can train kids in Europe, right from America. They can train kids in Australia. So really the training that we offer is great. And it's a great curriculum for not only beginner players, but also advanced players as well. And the ability to also stream anything while you play, and it tracks everything that you do in the background. So instead of watching a game on the couch, you can get out there and watch the game on the hoop and, take a shot like Steph Curry, pretend you're LeBron James. So it's really awesome from all those elements.
It take me through.
I think when you look at the design centers around the backboard, right? And so it basically turns much of the glass into a large protected screen paired with tracking, remote training, virtual competitions. And, eventually there will be ball tracking software that's applicable. And we have obviously a provincial patent even on that component as well that's applicable to other sports. So, in terms of the R&D that's been put into this for the last 3 years, we're really excited about it because we've been perfecting the software, the hardware, and innovating new products and services as it relates to what the consumer could experience, right? Depending on their level of interest in the sport, right? Whether they're a young girl or boy trying to become their best player on their high school squad or get that scholarship to old has-beens like me. I don't want to say you, Bram, because you just said you're like really good at basketball, so you may be like, playing coy with me here, but guys like us that, want to kind of one up each other still at our age, right?
Tell me a little bit about the marketing as well. Obviously, I agree with you, Audie, that connected fitness is an enormous thing. We followed a lot of it here on this show with a number of different founders have done a number of different things. Most of it, though, takes place in a home gym or in a room. This is a different piece of equipment. It's not going to be inexpensive to get it, and you're going to need space to use it. So how have you guys kind of thought through the market where you are going to you're going to be selling not just to anybody, it's going to have to be someone who's got single family home with space to place something like this?
Yeah, so we've seen from our sales right now, we have a lot of the biggest names in basketball that have ordered units. We've sold to schools, gyms, youth development organizations, as well as tons of individuals and families. The way we went about getting the word out is we've driven this hoop across the country. In New York, we put the hoop on the back of a fruit truck, and we just drove around to various high traffic areas and just had people come out and check out the hoop and experience it. And the love for hoop was there. We saw our pre-orders skyrocket. We've done activations in Charlotte. We're here in Miami at a gym right now where we have a lot of pro level athletes playing on the hoop, experiencing it, doing demos. So that's kind of how we went about our marketing organically right now. We haven't spent any money on ads. We just believe in showing the product, demoing the product, and putting it out in market next year, middle of 2023. It'll be out for everybody.
And take me through
and
the
I think once we shift into that go-to-market strategy, you'll see kind of more of an omni-channel strategy as it relates to marketing and positioning the product, through all those sales channels that Lyth listed and mentioned right now.
Okay. And take me through the build of it. Obviously, this thing needs to function like a real backboard, a real hoop. It is connected. it's going to take some punishment because people are taking shots. It's going to get hit with balls, et cetera, et cetera. So could you take me through how you guys built this to last?
Yeah, we've been through about 6 iterations of prototype cycles over the last 3 years. It started with Paul and I in our garage, like literally pretty much gluing a screen to a backboard and just testing with cameras and LiDAR sensors, and then figuring out what we need to strip away to make it work. And then the first year was all about durability. So we needed to make sure that this could last, could withstand extreme hits with the ball. And we figured out that tempered glass in front of the screen, same tempered glass you use on any NBA backboard, same glass in any gym. So the feel is the same. And then a breakaway rim. The rim's actually attached to the frame. So if you were to dunk, it doesn't affect the screen or the glass. So durability testing. And then the second part of that was extreme weather testing. So we had to test for the heat elements, the cold, making sure this was waterproof and can last outside in extreme temperatures. We have all of that figured out. So when you do actually play on the hoop, you get a feel for it. It does feel like any premium backboard, if not the best backboard you've ever played on. Super high quality in terms of a player's experience. And then it's an outdoor screen. So it's clear in the daytime, nighttime. There's no distraction with using the screen because as a player, you're just playing on the rim. But standard breakaway rim, you can dunk on it, you can hang on it. Totally safe and durable and weatherproof.
It's wild. Lyth Saaed is the founder of Huupe. Audie Attar is the CEO of Paradigm Sports. Thank you both for joining us.
Brad, thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We at Future Sport are in the Christmas spirit. Thanks to Sony and PlayStation, they've given us multiple codes to 6 different selections of games for fans who are out there of this show that want to grab them from us. It is limited to MLB The Show 22, Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, The Last of Us Part 1, Horizon Forbidden West, and Gran Turismo 7. We have multiple codes for both of these games that we're willing to give out to our listeners if you retweet the link to this show from Future Sport on Twitter and then reply that you would like to get one of the codes. We'll then reach out to you via DM, get your address, and we will send you the code. All of this is courtesy of Sony and PlayStation 5. On the next Future Sport podcast, we'll get back into the free-to-play gaming model that has teams and brands working on increased engagement.
75% of our players are casual fans, and 25% are avid fans, as defined by themselves, like self-defined. And so through that method, we are seeing that we're growing their fan base in terms of we have the ability for a casual fan to have an engagement with the team on an ongoing basis.
That's Bradley Batiste, CEO of Tally Technology, on how free-to-play gaming has extraordinary value. That will do it for this episode. As always, the future is now. This is the Future Sport Podcast. I'm Bram Weinstein.